How sad, a little girl said to her mother when they passed me in a crosswalk. And that's what many people think when they see me for the first time. They pity me. They think it's sad. When I was a little baby and my mother went out for me on a walk, people would cross the road and went to the opposite pavement. When I go out shopping, sometimes the clerk don't even speak to me because they don't think I can understand anything because I'm in a wheelchair. But it's not sad. I have a great life. I'm very happy. Yes, I got challenges, but not limits. I was paralyzed during birth, since from my neck and down, and I can just say that I have always said that I have chosen my disability very carefully. Yes, I can't walk, but I can stand on my legs with a little support. And I can feel everything in my body, and that's quite nice. I can't use my hand that much, but I learned myself to use my mouth instead. So when I eat, I bend down and pick it up with my mouth. And when I write, I hold the pencil in my mouth. When I was a little baby, I loved gym and dancing. I couldn't dance, of course, but I loved it. But what I could do was painting a girl like me dancing around. And in that way, I felt that I had tried it too. One summer, I was asked what I would love to have for my birthday. And the thing I would love to have was a jump rope. I knew, of course, that I couldn't jump. But that was the thing that I would love to have. And guess what? My parents gave it to me, and I was so happy. I couldn't jump. I couldn't swing the rope. I couldn't even hold it in my hand. But the other girls found out that they could tie it to my hand, and I could be a part of the game. I was very popular. No one wanted to stand there holding the rope, but I would, and I loved it. That's how I grew up, with people around me and my parents that loved me and believed in me. My parents taught me to use my imagination to do the things that I want to do. And they taught me to see the possibilities instead of limits. My parents made a choice for me very early that shows that I should have an education. They wanted me to go to kindergarten, a normal kindergarten, and a normal school. But it wasn't very common at that time. people like me with disability, major disabilities, would go to a special school and a special kindergarten. But one day, the leader of the kindergarten phoned my parents and said, "Bring Anne to the kindergarten now." The leader of all the kindergartens is on holiday, and I don't think they dare to take her out if she has started. And that was the way that I started in kindergarten, and I was allowed to stay. My parents also succeeded in getting me in a normal school, but each year they had a meeting to find out if I could stay for another year. I not only wanted to go to high school, I also wanted to go to university. So I applied, and I was included. "Oh no," they said the first day I came. "We didn't know that you were in a wheelchair. No one told us." No, because I didn't tell anyone. Starting to be a social worker, painting was still my hobby. But I graduated as a social worker, and I went out for backpacking with some friends to Australia, New Zealand, and the States. After that, I had a counseling job with dwarfs. And later, I had leadership training with young people. In '96, I was offered to show my paintings at my first exhibition. A newspaper covered it. And an artist from Mouth and Foot Painters organization saw it. And I was contacted and asked if I would have a scholarship. I want to use my painting to give people a hope, to tell everyone that we all have skills, that we all can make a difference with our skills. So I quit my job as a social worker. I wanted to see if I could make it as a living to be a painter. People couldn't understand it. But a friend of mine once said, "You have to look for your luck." I took a chance. I spent about 5 years painting without knowing if I could make it as a living. In 2007, I became a member of the Mouth and Foot Painting Artist Organization, which means that today I'm completely self-supporting. One big thing that people often want to ask me, and I'm very curious about, but nervous to ask about, is whether or not I would like to have a husband. Yes, of course. Like every other girl, I have always dreamed about getting married and have children. I was fully aware it should be a special guy. But I found him, and he's mine now. And today we have 3 girls, wonderful girls. 2 that I have given birth to, and 1 bonus daughter of mine. When I became a mother, I needed to find out how. How could my little daughter know that I was a mother? When I could not lift her up, I could not change the diaper. I could not give her a bottle of milk. Again, I used my imagination. And I knew it would be important that I would always be beside her. So I told my assistants never to take my little girl to another room without me. Never to change a diaper without me being beside her. And I found a handle for the bottle so I could give her milk, holding the handle in my mouth. Every day, I use a lot of time planning. I need to find out how the day will be, I try to imagine how it will be, and I need to prepare my assistants how the day will go. Sometimes it means that I can't go to the toilet until the end of the day, until my husband is home to take care of the small children, because it takes a lot of time for me. And I need to describe every little detail during the day, how I want my hair, how I want my makeup, how I want my coffee, how I want my feet to sit right. Every little detail. So it doesn't come by itself. It does not come easily. It's hard work. And it takes a lot of patience. But I'm very grateful for my life. And I'm very grateful for my husband, my parents, my family, my friends, my assistants, all the people I have around me that helps me live the life that I want to live. And I'm grateful that they are letting me help them living the life that they want. Dreams can come true. Thank you.